Hey everybody and welcome to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
What's up, guys?
Well, as you can
you'll
tell,
notice,
we're missing one.
Oak's not here today. He'll be back next week, I think. But he is out today. I don't even know why he didn't tell me. He's just like, I can't make it today. See you later. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem.
You know, things come up. It happens. It's all good. We got it covered.
Yep. So, what you guys been doing this week?
Played Overwatch.
Overwatch. Done a little bit of Heroes of the Storm. Still need more games to unlock the chicken mount.
It's a
Look,
rooster.
I'm wearing my Heroes shirt.
God.
It's my Arthas shirt from Heroes of the Storm.
She doesn't even play Heroes. False representation.
I played
False
Heroes.
Representation. I want a lawsuit.
So throw down tonight.
But you don't play football for the Detroit Lions, but you have a Detroit Lions shirt. Lawsuit.
If I could, I would. But I am way too out of shape. I probably fit right in.
You can't make that claim just because I have a shirt of something that I like doesn't mean that I have to automatically participate in it in order to wear this merchandise.
That's an
Plus,
interesting.
Arthas is my favorite Blizzard person.
That's an interesting argument. You could wear whatever you want, and that's fine. But without enjoying the game at all, does it make you a fan?
But I did enjoy the game, sort of. I just didn't enjoy it enough to want to play it constantly. Like,
Sort
it's
of.
not something that I will shelf and never play again. It is just not something that I would be like, oh my god, you guys, let's all go play Heroes of the Storm, like, all the time.
All right, you want to go do it, Baka?
Sure.
All right, cool.
I've got
all
other
right.
stuff to do.
Damn it. Rope Griffin
Gotta
playing
unlock the
Heroes.
rooster.
I know you mentioned, both of you sort of mentioned Overwatch. We have been playing that, and it is the Year of the Rooster celebration. What do you think about the game mode that came along with it, the Capture the Chicken or whatever? It's Capture the Flag, but they call it Capture the...
It's Capture the Chase the Rooster.
Chase the... Okay. I have a really hard time not calling it Capture the Cock. Because it's a chick, it's a rooster! And that would be more alliterative, but it also sounds really awful.
You would think that Red would really enjoy that game.
Well, that explains why he captures it so many times.
Aside from the name, what do you think about it? Like, Capture the Flag in an Overwatch setting?
I totally understand why they're doing it only for a small event.
Yes.
That game mode is severely unbalanced.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is, and I'm glad that they limited it to one, like the regular quick play mode where it's one champion per team, so you can't have, like, 6 Symmetras. Because one Symmetra is enough, but 6 Symmetras guarding a point... Really, it felt like to me what happened...
Symmetra's broken just by herself anyways.
She is. But it feels like what happens in that game mode is, depending on which map, like if you're on the Control Tower map, you have a higher chance of being able to get all 3 caps. If you're on any of the other map variants, then you're probably going to end up in a game mode where somebody gets 1 flag cap and then their team turtles and holds their base for the rest of the time. Because it means they'll win as long as you don't cap their flag. It just felt like the games were predetermined with outcomes already.
Yeah, kind of. I also found it super interesting that they built a whole house just for the entrance. Like they removed the ship that you come in on and built a whole fucking house that's just your starting area.
So does that mean when the ships land there, they destroy the house?
Probably.
I guess.
See, I've wondered about that. When these ships land to let us out, do they just crush whatever was already there?
Yep.
I mean, clearly they're not in just, like, unpopulated areas, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. If they wanted to keep that game mode in, I would highly recommend that, thinking about it, they would have to create a map specifically for that game mode, and that's it. Like, it would have to be, like, the flags would be up on, a tower thing, where you could just see straight across to the enemy's flag, where it was just open, so that you couldn't set up a bunch of fucking turrets and Symmetra turrets and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
so as soon as you walk in, you get zapped.
You just get a Pharah to jump over, a Pharah or a D.Va to jump over, grab the flag, and jump back. I mean,
remove
it's
mobility.
Too open to defend.
You have to run it back.
You have to make a lot of tweaks. Like, I really feel like Capture the Flag works in other games. Like, Halo had a good Capture the Flag. I'm sure Call of Duty's got one that's really similar. But for this specific game, and the way the champions are made, this is not a mode that works for them.
They've changed WoW's Warsong Alt so many times over the years. You can't use travel form, you can't use sprint, you can't use mobilities, you can't do anything basically. Demon Hunters can leap for now, but as for everybody else, you can't use anything. You're limited.
You'd think that they'd take that out, the leap, if you could.
It's Legion. It's Legion. Demon Hunters need
Demon
to be
Hunters
OP for right
OP,
now.
whatever.
They'll take it out eventually.
Yeah,
Probably,
they'll balance
yes.
everybody after a while.
But I think that it's
I think monks
idea.
can still roll though.
You'd think they'd drop it, like, that just logistically or physically, that would not work out. Physics don't work like that. If you roll, then you let it go. Because it's attached to your back. So wouldn't it just break off?
Maybe it's the
you
mine
roll?
carts that you can't do anything with. Yeah, the mine carts you can't do anything with. They keep you at 100% movement speed unless you're a demon hunter, and then you can leap.
Let's not get into all
Demon
the wild
Hunters.
stuff. We're talking about Overwatch.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think it could work, absolutely. They just have to make sure that specific rules apply to it.
I think this game mode is where I realized that Symmetra is broken. Like,
Ooh.
they tried to balance her and she got her rework and everything, but man, she just murders people. Straight out, no, like, cold-blooded murder. Her turrets are gonna hit you, and as soon as, if her turrets are not hitting you and it's just her, she's got the range on her little thing. She just
tear
breaks
your
people
ass up.
down. Like, I
Ooh.
played Symmetra a few times and just destroyed people and got destroyed by Symmetras, and I really feel like they need to take another look at Symmetra's kit and maybe tweak it a little.
I
'Cause
think-
something's not quite right.
I think her kit is fine. Turret's cool. They don't do that much damage. They slow you and do a little bit of tickle damage. Or a little
Unless
shield
you're somebody
thing.
like Tracer. I wasn't even in the base on one of the Defend the Flag things, and I had 3 turrets that hit a Tracer that ran in, and she died just to the turrets.
Tracer's squishy though.
Yeah, Tracer's super squishy. If you go through a door and don't have your other dashes, you're going to die, period. That's what you should always
Tracer's
expect.
like, no, dead.
Yeah, as a Tracer, you should always zip through doors real quick. Because you never know what's on the other side. It makes good Tracer from a bad
I think
Tracer.
her gun stacks need a reset. Instead of staying stacked up and doing ridiculous damage.
Yeah, it's got a full second after it breaks from somebody to be fully stacked. So she can kill one person, instantly transfer to another person, and then just chase that person down and kill them. The damage it stacks up to is incredible. I think it's like 120 damage per second. So
Damn.
yeah,
Okay.
because it
Wow.
ticks 3 times a second, and it ramps up over that second.
See, that it just needs to be balanced a little. That's all.
And
I
it's
mean,
got
I'm
a
sure
7-yard
they'll take a
range,
look at it.
so she could chase anybody down. 7 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, it used to be 5 yards.
It is when you're chasing somebody.
Yeah,
See, Symmetra is hard to balance, though. I can see it because I've played her before the rework and after the rework and whatnot. And the 5 yards felt like it wasn't enough. By the time you're close enough to hit them, you're gonna die anyway because you're too close. But the longer range feels like it gives her too much opportunity.
I
don't
think
know.
if you reel her range back and leave, like her kit reworked is fine, but she's so damn dangerous. If you get in her little cubicle, you're gonna die. If you find her out in the wild, you're gonna die 1v1 against her. Make her weak on her own. Where if she sets up,
all
she's
she has
strong.
to do is jump around a little because her gun stays attached to you. Like, there's no aim on that thing. You just jump around as Symmetra, and your beam stays attached to whoever you're jumping around, and they can't do anything to you.
Yes, I've got a little complaint about Symmetra. She's a pain in the ass. But
What do you think about the skins that came with the event? The whole...
I really
You
like
have a
them.
favorite? You have
I want the May one.
the May skin? The red
The
outfit?
red May skin, yes, that's the one I want. I got enough
got
coins to
that
buy
one.
it. Shut up. I got 2 Roadhog skins and the Reinhardt skin.
I ended up with the Roadhog skin, and I think that's the only skin I've gotten in the event so far. I want the Zenyatta one, though. He looks really cool.
I've got the Diva and the May.
The Diva one's not so bad. I like the way her mech looks in that.
So did
pretty
I. I don't care for the Japanese schoolgirl little outfit that she's wearing, but I like how the mech looks.
So
Well.
he says.
The Ana one's a little scary. Like, I've seen the memes where it's like, need healing, and it has the picture of Ana and her skin because it's got that mask, and it's like, never mind, I'll just die. Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, I think I got that one too.
The highlight intro where she puts them to sleep and, she hits them with the dart gun and it's the person's eye closing for that highlight reel with that outfit is like the most terrifying thing Blizzard's ever done.
That's called nightmare fuel right there.
It really is.
You done after that. Like, all right.
Because she's got that creepy smile mask and she does the finger gesture thing and yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy, man. Okay, so what about For Honor? I know you've both played it, and I know Chicken could not stop talking to me about it the other day. So go ahead, fangirl away.
I fucking love it. That game is absolutely incredible. First of all, for the beta, we only got to play the multiplayer, 3 game modes: 1v1, 2v2s, and 4v4 dominations. From what I've read, it's going to come with 3 more game modes and an entire campaign, which is incredible for a game like that, because you think a game like that is only going to be PvP, but there's a whole story that goes along with it apparently, which is pretty interesting. Seems like a Dynasty Warriors game with a lot more emphasis on the one-to-one combat, like actual dueling style.
I think what you told me was it was like Dynasty Warriors and what was the other game? You told me 2 games that it was put together, and I'm like, nope, can't play
Chivalry.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors.
Yes, that's
and
what
Chivalry.
it was. Dynasty Warriors and Chivalry. I was like, nope, I'm out.
Dynasty Warriors, Chivalry, and Dark Souls all put together.
Definitely not for me. Sorry.
That's
you
fine.
boys have fun with that.
I really enjoyed.
You really have to pay attention to the blocking, and because if not, you're gonna get wrecked really bad.
I've been able to take on 2v1 real people. 2v1. I've been able to do some crazy shit. I've gotten really good. I played one character the whole time through and almost perfected. Well, gotten really good with her, not perfected her, but she's a ranged kind of harasser. She uses a naginata. If you've played, you know who I'm talking about because you dealt with her several times. But she's about keeping distance and playing your opponent kind of, if they try to get close to you, you stab them and back up and try to follow them. And it's like a dance trying to keep them in the right area so that you can hit them but they can't hit you.
It's more of a defensive character and poke at them with openings.
Yep.
Poke.
Yeah, I have a serious issue with some of the bigger brutes who just... One of the guys will pick you up with his shield and just slam you up against the wall and hit you, and I have kind of trouble with people who will get right on you. She's mobile, and she can get away, but if they get on you, I just die. It's a hard time getting away from people who can just force their way.
You have a very specific fight area, and if somebody comes in to destroy that, then you have nothing left.
Yeah, if I can't reset out of that scenario, then I'm going to die. It's all about being able to manage the opponent. Fighting 2v1, it's very difficult. I'll try to stay to the side so they can't surround me, and like I said, it's like dancing. It's very elegant in the combat. You have to make sure that if one person goes to swing on you, you're guarding that way and making sure that the other person is far enough away from you so that their attack doesn't hit or land. It's really fascinating. I really enjoyed it. I played 1v1s and beat everybody who came up against me. So, brag a little bit. What's that?
Every character has kind of pros and cons. Most of the characters I usually play are more agile and faster, so I can kind of get in there and start hitting them and with weak attacks easily. But I have a hard time with the kind of like the same with Chicken, the big brute dudes that just kind of go, oh, you hit me, I'm gonna smack the hell out of you.
Yeah, if I can get control of the bigger guys, I can handle them pretty well. But it's like, I don't know. It's like trying to control the guy. If he gets too close to me, I'm gonna die. But it's just keeping distance and making sure that I can poke him. If he goes to charge at me, I just kind of dodge to the right or to the left and making sure I hit him from the side. It's brains over bronze in that scenario. You have to be smart about how you fight somebody like that.
That's too much thinking. You just want to hit people.
Yeah, then you would play one of the big guys.
No, it's not a button masher.
No.
Oh.
No.
I like just pushing buttons.
You could, like I said, you could play one of the big guys. They like to slam people up against the wall and just rock them as hard as they can.
You were talking about the precision with the mouse, and I think that's why I wouldn't do well. I'm so hardcore console Like, my precision with a controller is going to be good. My precision with a mouse, not so much.
Well, the controller is the same way. You use the right joystick to flick in the direction of what you want to change your guard to.
Wait, you can play it with a controller?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't mention that.
Yeah, it's for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that.
Yes, it is. But the way the guard works is you have your normal stance. You know, you run around and whatnot. Then you have your guard stance with your weapon equipped. You have 3 stances: right-sided, left-sided, and overhead. All it takes is just a flick in the direction. And when I'm guarding with someone, we just kind of like patrol, switch stances real quick, because if your stance matches the opponent's, you block. If you do combos like swing from the left, change stance, swing from the right, you're going to hit them, block, and then a hit. The character that I love playing, she has a hidden stance, which counts as a dodge. So if they swing on me, I can go into the hidden stance, and they can't see what stance I'm in. So I could jump out of that and hit somebody, and they won't know where to guard from. So
nice.
So that's kind of like, I'll dodge and then swing from the right while they're guarding overhead, and I'll hit them really good, and then they'll falter and get a couple good jabs in and then back up. So it's all about being able to manage. That's why I really like that character. Oh, it's a really fun game. Beta ends today. It comes out February 14th, though. Really leaning towards getting it.
Oh my god. Does that mean that on Valentine's Day you're not going to hang out with me because you'll be playing this game? I feel like last year, though, I did the same thing. I can't remember what came out, but I feel like something
Bioshock Shock, I think.
No, that was his birthday.
That was my birthday.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, though. Maybe it was just for your birthday.
Probably. But
fine.
Happy birthday. I'm going to go play Bioshock.
That's what it was. Last year, it wasn't a game came out. I was recording Let's Plays with Baka on Valentine's Day. That's what it was.
Oops.
One of the major issues that is making people not buy this game, and it's a pretty significant issue.
It's an Ubisoft game?
Yes, and that is definitely part of it. But their multiplayer is hosted peer-to-peer instead of dedicated servers. And a lot of people do not want that because of how critically important latency is. Somebody goes to swing and you're a second too late. Like, I can't tell you how many times where someone goes to swing and I switch my stance real quick to block it. If I miss that second, I get hit and I die. It's
probably what's happening to me when I was having the issue where I could never seem to block that one person.
It very well could be. Because
that sucks.
Peer-to-peer, it's the problem that they had with Rainbow Six Siege. They did peer-to-peer
You would think
hosting.
Ubisoft would learn from these mistakes. Like, Ubisoft, just write down when things suck and then fix them next time.
Yep, which is not good. Which is, you could play AI.
Plus that whole NAT setting thing too is probably going to keep people from buying it because a lot of people don't want to mess with the router settings just to go online and play a game with a friend.
Yeah, but you've had that problem with us, like, on consoles and everything for a long time now. Do you think that that's just
It is definitely not just the game. It is people specifically.
Okay. Because, I mean,
and
I remember us having to...
Yeah, I know, but, I mean, I go in and I have to change the settings all the time, but I know what I'm doing generally with it, so... But for the people who don't know anything about any of that and don't want to learn it or don't want to spend the time to it, that's going to be another factor and all that. They're just going to go, okay, fine, I'll just go play something else.
Yep.
But no, this is fun.
I really like the game. It's really fun. It's got amazing potential. I couldn't stop playing it. You know, you just go in, you start, I like to do the 1v1 duels because it trains me. It makes me practice. It shows... When I was doing the 1v1s, the person would beat me in the first round, but I would change my style accordingly to how they would. Like the one guy he would always charge me right away and hit me from an overhead strike. The first time he got me with it, and then he would charge me and just, slaughter me. Second time I was ready for him. I changed my form so where I was already in a defensive stance. I blocked his first attack, poked him, and then backed up and kept him at a defensive range. He kept trying to be aggressive, but every time he did, I would poke at him. And eventually he lost. He just couldn't do anything because I learned your play style and you weren't changing yours to accommodate mine. So It's all
That's
up
just
to-
what makes you better than other people. Stop gloating. Shut your mouth, chicken.
Eh,
Shut your mouth. You're too good at this.
no.
Fine, chicken. Let's go play Blood Bowl.
That
Oh,
has
that's not
dice
fair,
in it.
though.
That's not fair. Go, let's play something without dice in it.
Oh my god.
Just trying to. Oh, well, okay. Let's go play Street Fighter.
No. Chicken's not good not as good at fighting games as Baka is, and
No.
that is unfair. And you know it, Baka. You guys need like a level playing field. I
Yeah.
can't think of what that would be, but I'll get back to you.
There is no level playing field. What he is good
It's
at,
either
I'm
I've
not.
got the advantage or he does.
Exactly.
That's true. I guess that's why you guys make such a good team.
Where I lack, he makes up for, and where he lacks, I
Yeah.
make up for. So,
Aw, aren't you guys cute?
yeah, we'll spend Valentine's
I'm
Day
gonna
recording
go
videos.
Yeah. I'm gonna spin this Valentine's with him. You're out, Grip.
I see how it is. That's fine.
Oh,
Do you want to talk about Mass Effect, Chicken? Because I know
Oh
outside
my
of For
God.
Honor, that has been your crack.
Yep.
Still.
Mass Effect. Played that. I played Mass Effect, For Honor, and Overwatch all week this week. It was Mass Effect Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Overwatch Tuesday, Wednesday, and a little bit of Thursday. For Honor Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and a little bit today. So that's been my
You've
week.
been playing Mass Effect in between all of that. Like, I think you've played it every day.
Yep. I'm making sure I do
So-
everything that I can do. I'm trying to get the best ending that I can get, which I'm working pretty well towards. I'm ready to
You
finish
have
Mass
given me
Effect 2.
anxiety about that game already. Like, you've got to do all of these specific things in the first game or else it'll change something in the second game, and then it'll really change things in the third game, and you don't want to do this because it'll mess it up for this. And I'm like, I need like a notebook and a flow chart of decisions that I have to make in the first game in order to not fuck myself over by the time I get to the third game.
Well, the
I'm so
third game,
afraid.
it is possible to get all the races, including the Geth and the what the hell are they called? The ones in the jumpsuits. I can't think of her name.
One's in a jumpsuit.
I have no
Tally
idea what
or
any of them are.
Something
Oh,
like that.
the
Her-
Corians.
Yeah. You can get both of them on your team, but like, basically, like you have to go through the whole game and make certain decisions. But you can get everyone basically joining in, and that gives you a giant fleet. But in ending wise, I guess it doesn't make much of a difference.
It does. There are multiple endings, depending on your resources, depending on your choices, and depending on your people. And I'm making sure that
that's right. They changed the whole like, look, we palette swapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got my ideal ending in sight, and I'm making sure that I play Paragon, so I'm very friendly and very nice to everybody, but I'm a leader. Like when I say jump, everybody jumps with me. That's just how it is. They have their full trust in me. So
I don't even trust you that much.
yes, you do.
Okay.
Don't give me that.
Sometimes I question.
That's fine. Questioning is normal. It makes me learn. So I ain't gonna say you can't question things. But Mass Effect 2 is fantastic. Really great game. I'm gonna finish it today. Hopefully.
Mass Effect 2, and then you can start Mass Effect 3.
Oh yes, so good.
But
So are
back
you
to
like marathoning all of this up until Mass Effect Andromeda? Like, has this convinced you that you want to go ahead and buy the new game?
I want to see how it flows from 3 to Andromeda. Like, are we in? I know we're in a different universe and dealing with different things, but there's just something special about if somebody brought up Shepard, and I knew it was my Shepard. There's just something special
Like in
about
Dragon
that.
Age when somebody brings up the original Warden or
The
something
hero
like
for
that. You're
Elden,
like,
it's like
me.
that's my character. I did that. I saved the world.
So are you excited about Andromeda? I know they had a new trailer this week, and there was like a 10-hour trial if you're part of EA Access, like up right before the game launches and things like that. Are you
Yeah,
are
it
you
looks.
into all of this stuff?
Yes, I will definitely say I'm a Mass Effect fan. I love, literally, the universe they built. It's incredible. So in-depth. The characters are so wonderful. The cultures that they've developed is so awesome. It's just a really, really, really well-developed universe. So I'd love to see more of it.
Well, if we're not part of the EA Access program, but if you are part of the EA Access program, March 16th, you'll get 5 days before the game comes out to play a hefty trial. It's 10 hours, so I guess you're going to make it pretty far. So you could look forward to that. So stuff like that. By the way, I just wanted to ask you, because I know we're not part of the EA program, does stuff like that, the trials beforehand and whatnot, does that make you want to be part of their program?
No, I'm not paying for demos. Demos are to let me try a game to see if I want it.
But if you're part of the EA Access stuff, you get all of their, like, Vault games and all that junk, too. I mean, I say junk. I use junk as a friendly term. That is not me being mean towards them. Because I know it's stuff like, you're not a FIFA fan, but if you were, you get to play FIFA early. And then I think that they do a program where you get to play certain games for free each month or something like that. I'll have to look into it, but I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about that one.
Things like that just drive me to go find it somewhere else where I can look at it. I'm not going to pay money just to try out a demo. Do what Resident Evil 7 did. Hey, you want to try something? Here you go. Here's a teaser trailer for you. Here, whet your palate.
Appetite.
Yeah, whet your appetite. Do you like it? Cool. Here's the game. I don't want to be in a special club where I get to try out special things for
you don't want to be
special
special.
price.
What's wrong with being special?
Watch Dogs 2 is giving you it's a little late, but giving you a demo for their game too.
Which is Ubisoft.
Yeah, and you don't have to be in a special club
right?
playing with special members. And
well, I mean, you probably have to have Uplay or some shit like that, but
you don't have to pay for Uplay. You just download Uplay.
Well, that's true.
You
pay for Uplay and all of the pain of watching the pop-ups. Uplay action completed.
Yeah. Well, I think that's good, and I like demos. I think it's a good direction to go with, but as for paying for the demo,
okay, I can see that.
Not a big fan for it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So, but you're definitely looking forward to Andromeda. Did you watch the new trailer?
I did. It looks incredible.
Are you pumped?
I know being a fan now, I know most of the races in there, the Corians. The first time I haven't played 3 yet, so I have not seen any female Turians yet, except for in that one. That was a female Turian, which we've only seen males in the first one and the second one so far as I can remember. So seeing a female one was pretty different. So,
surprise.
Yeah. And Krogan a badass.
Like I was looking at the pictures from the new trailer, and I feel like BioWare has specific face types that they like to lean towards. Like looking at the one where it's the whole crew minus I think there's supposed to be one other person there. I'm like, okay, she looks like Cassandra. He looks a little like Cullen. He looks like so. Like they have specific overlays that BioWare very much enjoys.
It's familiarity. It's familiarity.
Well, are they the same voice actors? Because if so, then they may base it off the voice actors too.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe.
One of the voice actors last night that I learned that was from Battlestar Galactica. All you nerd fans out there.
He's like, oh my god, guess who's in Mass Effect? I was like, who? He's like, he was a whatever.
It was Colonel Ty, Captain Bailey.
He was a colonel on a show that we watched, and I was like, who? He's like, Colonel Ty, Battlestar Galactica. I was like, oh.
Yes, I kept hearing it. I was like, he sounds so familiar. Oh my god, is it? I looked it up. Sure as hell was. It was pretty awesome. Oh.
Colonel Ty is pretty awesome. So now I kind of want to play it just to hang out with him.
Yes, I like him too. If you have enough Paragon points, you can kind of lean him more towards the better side of being a person.
So it's like
a good
Liliana.
person.
You can kind of change their mind about how they.
Well, he's just a side character, but yeah, he's not super important.
Well, I mentioned the new ad for Mass Effect. Did you see the new ad for the Switch? Nintendo showing people pooping?
If you scroll down, you got to see that other ad from a long time ago?
Yeah, there was like it's not GameCube. Is it? Yeah,
that is GameCube. That is GameCube right there.
So Nintendo's done this before. Yay! Nintendo wants you, acknowledges the fact that you probably play video games from your toilet.
Hey, there is nothing better.
I used to take my Game Boy when I was little in the bathroom all the time.
Power to you. I used to do the same thing. And now look, I could be like right in the middle of a badass Zelda fight, and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to leave this. Oh yeah, pick up the Switch, go to the bathroom, and you can continue right on about it.
I will not let you do that. Like, I will not
You won't
let
play
you
the
take
Switch
our
anyway.
game consoles to the bathroom. I might. There's a Zelda game.
You might. We'll
Okay,
see.
on the off chance you're not taking the console to go poop. Okay?
Well,
But the bathroom lighting used to be the best lighting for like the Game Boy Pocket and stuff.
Yep. When I used to stay up late at night and go to the bathroom and just play my Game Boy. Just 5 more minutes. I need to make it to the next town. Oh, another bug. Oh, I need that one. Oh, I can get to the gym. Yeah, it'd be like 12:30. I was like 11 years old, going, I can't stay. Like, be so tired in school the next day. But it was so.
Because you were
worth
hanging out
it.
in the bathroom playing with your Game Boy. Sounds like a euphemism, but no.
That's
Yeah,
classic
about to
right
say,
there.
That sounds worse than it was.
Yeah.
Damn. I think that's actually an advertisement that ran in Germany, but still, Nintendo acknowledges that people play and poop.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that.
But why
It's
not?
not where I
mean,
would have taken my marketing.
People take their phones to the bathroom and play them all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, we learned that the Nintendo Switch is a touchscreen.
Oh, it does have a touchscreen?
It does have a touchscreen. Except they're not pushing for it. None of their games use it or anything like that. It just has the capabilities. So.
Okay. I guess since they've already developed that, they're like, whatever, just throw it in there. If
Pretty
some other
much.
developer wants to use it, go ahead.
So.
Okay. That ad does not sell me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it sells me.
So it sells me.
Yeah, amen.
Maybe it's a dude thing. Is it just that guys are the ones that go poop and play at the same time? That's just
There's nothing wrong with it.
okay.
He keeps our hands busy.
Yep.
I'm just imagining that like men are like toddlers in the bathroom now, and you have to have something to occupy them so they can do their business and leave, or else they get distracted by not doing that. I don't even.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Boys are weird. That has never changed. Like, since I was a little kid, boys are weird. That's just it. Sorry, dudes. Are you guys excited at all about Prey?
I have
the
not.
reboot, reimagining, whatever you want to call it.
I have not played any of the Prey games. It looks really freaking good, but I'm not entirely sure what to expect
It's
from it.
been pushed back so much. I actually forgot about it.
It's got a release date now. It's coming out May 5th. So it's ready to go. It's happening. This is real. And I think I just want to be a coffee cup. Like, they have an ability where you can change yourself into objects in the environment so that you can avoid detection or make it through puzzles or things like that. And one of the things they showed off was it turning into a coffee cup, or the guy turning into a coffee cup and then pushing himself through a slot, essentially, so he could get into a locked office. I was like, I just want to play the whole game as inanimate objects. Can I do that? I just want to be a
Probably.
chair for 3 hours.
I just want to be a chair simulator.
I
know
would
you
do that and just follow one of the random dudes around and just make him lose his mind.
How'd that chair get there?
Well, I think-
Oh god.
I think you might be like the only person that's still alive on your space station there. And you have to figure out how you can basically destroy everything, because if any of those bad things make it to Earth, it's basically the end for us. Because it's bad things that can turn into inanimate objects. So imagine you just like sit down in your chair and then it eats you.
So kind of like
Mimic.
It sounds like the best
it's
plotline
like
ever.
it's like a modern day version of The Thing, where it just turns into random things instead of just people.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
It's like, oh, look
I
at that
guess
chair,
so.
how nice and comfy. Oh god, it's a monster.
It's a ship full of mimics from D&D. That's all it is just you go to grab a coffee mug and it bites your hand off.
Hey, look, coffee. Ah, my hand. Oh no.
Eurogamer describes it as part Bioshock, part Metroidvania with plenty of Arcane's own DNA. Because Arcane is the studio that made it. So, the Bioshock thing, I guess they're getting that because it's a shooter with plasmid-type abilities, because you can turn yourself into junk and things like that, and you've got a gun that shoots goo. So you basically cover everything with goo and then destroy it. Because you have to. I don't know. The plot sounds pretty flimsy when you say it out loud. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have to figure out how to destroy
this
all of
sounds like
these things.
someone's really bad dream.
No kidding.
It's the plot line, from what I understand, is these things can't make it back to Earth. We're on a space station. Okay, blow up the damn space station. You've already said nobody can survive, probably including you. So why is this a hard thing? We see it in movies all the time. Like, space stations are one of the easiest things to blow up, apparently. Just find the port that's, like, big enough for Luke to shoot a little ball down into, and you'll be fine.
They were lasers.
It's not a laser.
No, they were photon torpedoes.
Whatever, torpedoes.
Oh my god.
No, proton. Something like that.
Someone's gonna correct this. It's okay if you correct this. Leave
See,
a comment
if Oak
right
was
below.
here, he'd be like all on top of this. He'd be like, "Oh no, it was this. It's called this. It's this thing. It's right here," and we'd have all of the details right there. It's like
All
a
of the
walking Star
details.
Wars wiki. I don't know. I'm kind of interested, but I don't know if it's gonna be a day one buy for me. Now that I'm thinking about the plot being so stupid.
No, it's not gonna be a day one buy for me or us. We're gonna have to wait and see how it turns out once it's released.
We've become way more selective about our day one buys. Like, after being burned a few times, we're like, I don't know about that now.
Hell,
like,
I didn't
you thought
even buy
about getting
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, and then you decided not to because you weren't sold yet on the idea. Like, you thought it looked cool, but you weren't ready yet because it was first person and all of that. Granted, Resident Evil has had nothing but good reviews. Like, people are only saying good things about it, apparently. So
Yeah.
I think we're safe on that one if you want to get it. But a lot of these other games were like, yeah, that looks really cool. Dead Rising 4 was one that I kind of wanted to get, but at the same time, I was like, oh, I'm afraid it's going to just be more of the same with Christmas wrapping. So I still haven't tried that one out yet. It's on our GameFly list. As soon as it gets here, I'll let you know.
For Honor is another one that I was looking at. I mean, it looks so damn good, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to get it yet, but I just really, really, really enjoyed the game.
I enjoyed it, but I think they need to do dedicated servers for first, honestly, before it'll.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that can make a game sink or swim.
What games, if they made sequels, or companies, if you want to go that route, do you trust enough to go, I'd buy their game on day one?
Naughty Dog.
Bethesda.
Blizzard.
Yeah, okay. Yep, I would trust all of those, actually. Yeah, I would buy that. Like Last of Us 2, I'll buy
Rockstar
day
games.
one. Rockstar, I'm not sure about yet, because GTA 4 did nothing, like zero for me. GTA 5 was a lot of fun. I enjoyed 3, I think it was.
After you play Red Dead Redemption, you'll get Red Dead Redemption day one.
Well, I mean, that one looks like it's going to be cool anyway, and I'm in this phase in my life where I love cowboys. I think it's because I was watching Hell on Wheels and I enjoy McCree, even though I can't play him.
She cannot play him at all.
I can't. I will 100% tell you, like, if I end up with McCree, like, we played Random Champs in Overwatch, and I ended up with McCree, I'm like, I just need to go out and die, because I can't help you. I can't hit anything. Oh, I'm awful with McCree, but I love him.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely does not have a good shot.
It's high noon.
She'd have a better
else.
chance throwing the gun at people than she does shooting them.
That's true. I mean, whatever.
Just aim for Roadhog. He's a big enough target.
She'd probably still miss throwing the gun at him. Damn it.
I did kill a couple of people with McCree when we were playing Random Champs the other night, and then I died because I'm not spatially aware enough. Like, I was focused so hard on trying to actually hit somebody and I don't know why it's him. It's not like I can't hit people with other champion shooters, like 76 and things like that. Whatever. Anyway, not the point. But yes, Blizzard be a good one. Rockstar maybe. I am looking forward to. We're gonna try out, by the way, since you mentioned Red Dead. Chicken and I are gonna play Red Dead Redemption together because I have never played it at all, and he's only played a little bit of it, and we are going to record it for your enjoyment starting today.
For your enjoyment.
For your enjoyment to watch me be like, I don't understand what's going on, and Chicken being way too good.
Let her ride the horse and lasso someone and drag him behind Chicken.
Oh, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her up to Cougar County and see if she can survive a fight with one of those little bastards.
Wait, like an actual cougar?
Yeah, like a real cougar.
No, I don't want to fight
lion.
that. That seems like
that was
suicide.
my first death. Yeah, it was. I was like, oh, cool, look at the kitty. Oh, God, no, kitty, please. It's pretty
Don't
bad.
try to pet wild animals, even in game.
I was on a
It's just a
horse.
bad
The motherfucker
idea.
took my horse down and it killed me.
They're scary.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be doing that today. That's gonna be fun.
Oh.
I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we'll see. His first video should be up. This should go up on Monday, which means the first Red Dead video should go up Tuesday. So tomorrow, when you're watching this, that's gonna be fun. What else do you want to talk about? Was there anything else? Oh, Resident Evil's got a secret ending.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Resident Evil 7 thing.
Or it's not a secret ending. It's after the credits. You are told that there will be free DLC called Not a Hero. And somebody introduces themselves as Redfield. However, to me, it looks nothing like Chris Redfield, but apparently, if you watch the credits, that's the name that pops up. There's a voice actor credited with being Chris Redfield. And if that's Chris, then I'm a little sad.
You'll get over it.
That's not Chris! That's some dude!
Well,
And I mean, I'm not saying that he has to be the super beefy Resident Evil 6 Chris, because I don't know what happened to Chris between 5 and 6. I mean, he was already muscly enough in 5, but in 6, like, dude's been hitting the gym way too much.
It's just steroids.
Yeah, right? It's gotta be something like
Come
that.
on now, don't go fucking ruining his legacy.
Can we just let him be Resident Evil 5,
They're doing
Chris?
that on their own.
Well,
True, if that's Chris, yeah. Chicken's like, no, he looks like Chris from the first game, and I pulled up a picture of Chris from the first game. I was like, he does not look like the same person to me.
I think he does. I think he
You
does.
could not put those
I
two
think-
pictures side by side for me and be like, yeah, that's the same guy.
Well, I don't wear glasses, so I can see better.
I was wearing my glasses, motherfucker.
Yeah, sure. Right prescription.
Oh my god. Fuck off.
I don't know. I think it looks like him. A very different version of him because of the new engine that they're running with, but I think it does look like him.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
They could have also just thrown it in there at the last minute. They didn't have time to really touch it up.
Yeah, they may
Well,
change
people
it.
were speculating when they saw him on who it could be before everybody else went through and like busted all the dreams and said, no, it says Chris Redfield in the... People were thinking that it might have been Hunk or somebody from the Umbrella Corp games. It just would have been better. I would have believed that more than that dude's Chris.
Yeah, but it said his name was Resident. They said his name was Redfield.
My name's Resident Evil. What? That's not a name. Yes, it is.
I don't think nobody knows Hunk's real name either.
No, I don't
think
think
he
it
has
was
a real
ever
name.
revealed.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I thought it would be more intriguing to bring back somebody like Hunk or one of the operatives from Umbrella Corps than it would be to be like, here's Chris. Again, completely reimagined into a dude that looks nothing like Chris. Enjoy. That does not look like Chris.
Well, we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I know. That DLC doesn't come out for a while. I think it's spring.
It said March. No, spring 2017. Okay.
Yep, spring.
All right.
So not an exact date, but in a couple of months, apparently.
That
So-
doesn't look like the movie version either.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like Chris. It's not Chris.
It does
It's
look like
just
Chris.
not. It's like Walmart brand Chris.
Well, we will have to wait and see.
Or a cheap flea market version Chris that they're trying to get rid of.
Well,
One of the defective ones that they had to sell
we'd
off
have
at
to see
a
how the
discount.
rest of the characters in the Resident Evil universe looked in this engine. So, because Leon may not look like Leon in this new engine.
Leon's too pretty, and if you ruin him, I will be super upset.
Don't even start with me. I'm a big Leon fan, so
He's pretty.
if
Don't ruin him.
if I can accept it, then it's
Well-
okay for everybody else on the planet.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Just because you can accept things doesn't mean the rest of us have to.
You have to.
I refuse.
You
Baka
refuse
said no.
anything. Your opinion is null and void.
Oh, rude.
Rude. Yeah, I knew.
Get off. Well, I mean that's pretty much it. There's really legitimately nothing in the news to talk about. That's it. I guess we're waiting like in this news holding pattern until we get either something really amazing or we hit that slope towards E3 and all of the big cons for the summer. So I'm guessing this is probably how the news is going to go for the next few weeks. Here's a couple of stories that are kind of okay, and I mean, I guess maybe when we hit spring and we start seeing more game launches, we'll have more news too. But until then, we're just kind of hanging out. So, yeah.
This is
Woohoo! Yeah, but I mean, that's about it. There's nothing really else.
I thought you were looking off to the side.
I was looking for other stuff, but...
Well, that's the thing, is I thought you had found something. I was like, oh,
Damn.
He's reading. He must have something else for us to talk about.
Pillars of Eternity. That's a game on Steam. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire reached its 1.1 million funding goal in 22 hours and 57 minutes.
Good God. That's quick.
That is really quick. Pillars of Eternity is a really good 4x4 strategy game on Steam. I've looked at it several times, and I think it's still on my wish list.
Have we heard anything else about Shenmue 3 after it went to, like, its astronomical Kickstarter goal?
Don't think so.
I just can't remember seeing anything. Like, Kickstarter stuff is great, but when it makes that much money, somebody should follow up on that. Maybe they have, and I just haven't seen it, but I haven't heard anything.
The release date is set for later this year, but we might end up with remasters of the first two games in the process. Shenmue HD and Shenmue Remastered. So,
well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye on it. I just hadn't heard anything about it recently, so I didn't know where we were. Whatever. Okay, well
that game will take some time to develop in anyways.
You'd think they'd already have, like, as much as it's been requested, and when they decided to throw it up on Kickstarter, they'd already have, like, pretty much the plan in place and ready to go. I guess not,
so
though.
It still takes time to program and all that other stuff.
No, Baka, we need it now, like yesterday.
You haven't even played the other Shenmues. What do you need it for?
I'm not even interested in it. I've heard about Shenmue, and I've heard that one of the most interesting things that you get to do, and one of them is drive a forklift. And you have to go to a job every day, because that's part of what you're doing. Is
well, for
leading your life.
For the time it came out, it was highly innovated. Driving
a forklift? Or going to work?
Well, we're talking about when it came out, like on the, what was it, the Dreamcast and stuff. Like, back then, there was like no games that allowed you to do as much as what you're used to in video games now.
Yeah, it came out on the Dreamcast back in 1999. IGN gave it a 9.7.
Being fun.
GameSpot gave it a 7.8.
Damn. I wonder why there was such a big discrepancy between those two, because it's 9 point anything is, like, good. It's good, go buy it. 7's like, this is kind of middle of the road.
Man, okay, back then, 7 was good. People actually gave games below 5s. The last time that I seen a 5 review was, like, back in the pre-Atari days, because people don't...
No, I can tell you one right now that I know scored less than 5 on almost everything that has out of 10 scoring.
What?
Devil's Third.
Devil's
That
Third?
shitty Nintendo game that came out for the Wii U that was some, like, confused mashup between a shooter and a hack and slash. And,
that thing?
Yeah. That everybody renamed to Devil's Turd because it just was stupid. And they used a tagline from... Is it Jim Beam that has Devil's Third whiskey? One of them has really fucking awful.
What about another one?
They named the game after it. Like big title releases, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like wow,
you generally shouldn't want to see something score that low. You want big titles to score, there was 5 plus,
one on
hopefully.
What was it? The Road to Hell or something like that on the 360, that motorcycle game.
That sounds really familiar. Somehow that wouldn't surprise me. That sounds kind of familiar. But yeah, hopefully if you're putting that much money into the development of a game, it's gonna be worth it in the end, I guess. Did you find it, Chicken? You made faces.
Road to Hell Retribution. It's a motorcycle game. It got a 19% on Metacritic. It came out in 2013.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the
sort of-
like a lot of
Ooh.
people.
It's made by EA and Deep Silver.
Oh, why? Why?
But, I mean, I'm not talking about I want games to fail and whatnot. I want the rating systems to be much more critical about things. Like, it's because, and this is just conspiracy, put your tinfoil hats on, all the companies pay the reviewers to make sure that their game at least gets moderate reviews. Like, oh, so gave us a nice little check. We'll be a lot more lenient on
That's
them.
also why a lot of people are starting to go to, like, people online, like YouTubers and stuff like that, to actually kind of see what the game is like and get their honest opinions, because most of the places like IGN and all the big name places, they get paid money to do good reviews, or at least decent reviews for a game.
Companies say they don't, and then other people who are like, I've worked for said company, say they do. That's a big conspiracy theory, and it has not been confirmed one way or the other whether or not that's
I
actually
doubt
happening.
it will ever be confirmed, for the record.
Well, the problem that you have with going to YouTube is you go to YouTube and type in a game title, and what are the first couple of suggestions it's going to pull up? It'll be channels like Markiplier or PewDiePie or somebody like that, and a lot of those channels have taken to doing sponsored content. PewDiePie got in trouble for it. I mean, he didn't get in trouble for it. He got wrongly called out for it, about the Batman thing. The WB paid, or not Batman, it was the Lord of the Rings game. His name was thrown out there as one of the people that did a favorable review of the Lord of the Rings game, and he got paid for it and everything, but on his video he actually discloses that he did get sponsored by the company to make that, and it was there, so he got called out wrongly for it. But even going to YouTube, you have to be selective of who you're watching to find out whether or not they're going to give an accurate review or they're giving a review based on a sponsorship.
And
so
that's where my big suggestion, go to Twitch, watch the game for yourself, and make your own assumption. Does it look like it's going to be fun?
I don't think going to YouTube is a bad idea, but I think if you're going to go to YouTube, put in the game that you're looking for, scroll down a little bit, and look for the smaller channels, because the smaller channels are going to be more honest. Any of the games that I do a Let's Play of, if I run into bugs or whatever, no matter how much I love the game, I will be 100% honest with you. I'll be like, that is broken and that should not happen. The fact that Saints Row is one of my favorite games, and in Saints Row 4, when I was doing my Let's Play, boss's clothes kept popping off randomly. That is a problem, and I will be honest with you about it. Like, I like this game, but here are the bad things. So that's what you should do, is look for smaller channels, because they're going to be more honest, because they have less to lose by being honest. They're not going to be blacklisted, because what developer is watching my channel right now?
Yep. Always look for the smaller people.
And
they're going to be more honest.
For future reference, should we become bigger channels, a bigger channel, which is the long game, that's the plan eventually, I will still be honest with you. I don't like the idea of game companies paying people to say nice things about a game that's garbage, and I won't do it. So I'm sorry, developers, in advance, if you think you're going to pay me to say something really great about your game. It better be a game worth saying something good about.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yep.
So.
I know we've got the whole, and we're kind of ranting now, but there's the whole discussion that's big in the community right now about ethics in gaming journalism, and I don't like the idea of being paid for an opinion. Like, I like the idea of getting money for stating your opinion, but I don't want the money to change my opinion. And it won't. Like, you're not going to be like, here's $100. Will you say something nice about this game? I'll be like, well, if I like it, I will. But if it's a garbage game, no. I'm not going to say nice things about it just because you gave me money for it. I'm going to be honest, because that's what I owe the people watching me.
I would take the money, say something nice, and then say something bad. If they offer me something like that where they don't say that I have to say only something nice, I'll be like, yeah, this game is really fun, it's very innovative, but there are also a bunch of bugs in here and there are issues. I said something nice.
I think you should be able to be honest in your reviews and your opinion pieces and things like that. Like, that's just how it is. That's how people learn what's good and what's not, instead of it all being 100% paid advertisements.
Yep, and that's why I feel like
the commercials are one thing, but the opinions and reviews should be completely separate.
I feel like AAA titles get quite a bit of leniency from the bigger review people because they're AAA
I will not give you leniency.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the bigger reviewers.
I know. I'm just saying I won't.
Yeah, well. That's
But
just my
I get what you're
conspiracy
saying,
theory.
and it does feel like that in some cases, that certain things are reviewed more favorably than maybe they should be. But then again, people always get down on reviewers about saying what they think about things, and it's like, you know what? If Bob over here at this company really liked that game, his review is based on his experience with it. And reviews, people are like, reviews should be 100% fact. Well, that's what a walkthrough would be, so why don't you just go read that? Reviews are going to have some slant of opinion towards how they felt about the game and the experience they personally had with that game. So you can't just expect everybody's review to be the same.
Yeah, reviews are opinions. Do people not understand that?
Well, people want it to be fact, and that's part of the problem with the hate that the review system gets as well. Is not only do people hate it because they feel like companies are paying for different reviews, but they also feel like certain reviewers are going to review things in a certain light. And I will say, in some cases, that is true. There are certain reviewers, and just make yourself familiar with the reviewer that you're reading from or watching, because certain reviewers do have personal ethics and personal politics that they will let color their opinion of a game very heavily. I mean, it's just how it is, unfortunately. So watch a bunch of reviews. That's what I do. I like to get like a bunch of different people and watch everything. What do you say about it? What do you say about it? Why did you like this? Why didn't you like this? What features were most mentioned? And things like that. It's the bigger the sample size that you go out and watch, the better opinion you can form before you go and spend your money.
Which
So
is
if it's
why I
something you're on the
like
fence about-
Steam's review system so much. There are thousands of reviews, thousands of different angles that you
Some
can see
of
the
Steam's
game
review
from.
system though is kind of like
what? Like from
it,
what all
it
the
does
games
end
that,
up with a little bit of a mob mentality now and then. You get reviews that are mixed because half the community decided that they wanted to shit on one particular feature that they didn't like, and it's not that it breaks the game. Or
you'll
that
be
it's
able to
inherently
pick
bad.
that out then. Like that's the point. Is from the reviews you could see like always the most voided and the most helpful ones. You could see patterns about what, like, a lot of the people will give you nice big in-depth reviews. You read a couple of those and you can pick out the things that are the same in each of them, and then you can
I guess that's true.
see the opinions of each of them. That's what I like, because the big ones, they give you in-depth, and then if you read a few of those, you can see where the real problems are and where the people's opinions and where your opinions align with theirs. So you can make a better opinion of yourself and the game from everybody else's, because you've got a large sample size. You can
That's
see
true.
what's wrong with the game and read what's wrong
I
with the
do like
game.
that you also get the random, just funny stuff where it's like one of the Five Nights at Freddy's reviews that I read for the first game was pooped my pants on first run through. 10 out of 10 would purchase again. I was like, okay, so I guess that means it's scary. I'm glad that you enjoyed your pants problem. Yay! But Steam does have some really funny reviews on there too. But they do occasionally grab their pitchforks and torches and take to the streets about one thing that's kind of a minor thing, but they want to be angry about it. I've
You
seen
say
that happen.
minor and I see major. The Arcs DLC in
Oh my god, that's not pitchforks, that's for reals.
they went pitchforked on those motherfuckers, man. You did that and everybody went out into the streets with their
They should
fucking
have
torches.
been mad. You should not have an early access game that launches DLC before it can full release its fucking game. There's no reason to have DLC before the game launches.
There was a game on Steam where the developer sent one of the reviewers an email that said, "We will not send you any codes if you give our game a bad review." The reviewer showed it to everybody, and now everybody is saying, "Do not buy this game because of what this developer did." It's a great
Sterling
game.
exposes a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a great game. We're not going to deny that, but look at what the developer did. This is not okay. Do not support this man.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I like
sometimes the
that
mob
stuff.
mentality is good. You get a much fresher experience when you get to look left and look right and actually see the people you're standing side by side with playing video games. They're like, yeah, this guy's bad. It's like, all right, yeah, we'll all go after him.
Well,
So.
if you're looking for somebody, if you're specifically a PC player and looking for somebody that exposes a lot of the unsavory stuff on Steam, definitely check out Jim Sterling and his Jimquisition stuff. I think he puts out a new episode every Monday. But he talks a lot about the shady shit that goes down on Steam. Because I'm pretty sure the developer that you're talking about that blacklisted people like that, I'm pretty sure Jim was the one that received that mail and then opened it up to the public. So, and if it wasn't him specifically in the case you're thinking about, that has happened to him as well. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see things like that. Go to YouTube. Watch all that stuff.
Yep.
Don't just believe. Don't just believe.
Yep, read it for
yourself. Unless you're believing in me, and then go for it.
Huh. Well, other than all of that and our little tangents, I think that'll be it for the show.
Yeah, we've got to go record Red Dead, and I've got more Dragon Age stuff, which I'm still doing Dragon Age.
Blood Bowl to paint.
Yes.
Yeah, Baka's
make sure
painting,
you follow
like
Baka
that.
on Twitter. He shows off all of his amazing models. So.
Yeah, go to Twitter.
More
He's at
New
Baka
Orleans
Pickle.
eights.
The New Orleans
go
eights.
check his stuff out.
Yes. All right.
But we've got stuff to go do. So don't forget to check out the YouTube. My plan, Chicken disagreed with me earlier, so we'll see how this goes. My plan is to release a new Red Dead video Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Chicken thinks
mine
that's
is
too
Monday,
much.
Wednesday, and Monday and Wednesday
But Monday
and Friday.
is the podcast.
That's not
We launched the podcast on Monday.
Fine, do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Give the whole end of the week a bunch of videos.
We'll see.
Tuesday is a lame day.
Well,
Tuesday's taco day.
Taco Tuesday. So
Spaghetti Tuesdays.
If you are no.
That's what Wednesdays.
If you are looking for something to watch, and I do not have a video up every day, you can go to my channel and watch my Dragon Age Inquisition stuff. That will have a video up every day. I'm thinking about doing Saturdays too, because this is going to be a long run. We'll see. Those videos are easy to edit. Whatever. But yeah, so check out the YouTube stuff. I wish I could give you a youtube.com/whatever we are, but we're not there yet. So 15 more people need to go push that subscribe button, and then I'll make it easy for everyone.
Yes, so if you have friends who have not pushed that button yet, get them to push that button. Push that, push that button.
Like that stupid home remodel show where they put the bus in front of the house, and they're like, move that bus!
Push that button!
So dumb.
Come on, fellas. All it takes is push that button. You know what? I'm going to create like an overlay. So after we're all done here, I'm going to go like this, and a giant subscribe button is going to pop up. It's like, push that button. Button. Subscribe.
Or if you want, just pretend like you're poking them in the face.
Hey.
It's a button.
Hey,
that
you.
button. That button.
Get that mouse
Actually,
away
it should
from
be.
me. Hey. The button to you is way over here. All right, we're done here, guys. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter. We're at InfiniteResPC. You can check me out at GriffSlinum. Chicken is
at Lee Chicken 3
and Baka is
Baka Pickle.
Yay! So check out all of us because we tweet randomly. I think I tweet most. I win.
I tweeted a few times in the last couple of days playing For Honor, so really enjoyed it.
So check us out. Yep, check us out there. Chicken, do you know where we're at? Are we streaming anytime soon? Is there any hope of that? Or are we still up in the air?
We're up in the air, but right now, for some reason, it looks good. So
we'll see.
We
may be streaming soon. We'll keep you posted on Twitter. Go to Twitter. We'll also keep you posted on the website, infiniterespawn.com. Go there. Hang out with us on the forums. Everybody's around. We'll just, have to be there more often. Chicken, Baka.
Yep, so
Oak,
with that,
who's not here.
Well, with all of that, then we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Please hang up and try again.